Hi folks, that's a Donald Duck video where they're throwing snowballs at each other and falling over each other. I just want to say that after 5 years of listening to The Atheist on YouTube, and I've listened to thousands of them, I've listened to hundreds of lectures, talked to many of them, from DPR Jones, Iron Ra, Thunderfoot, I've talked to Live Life 8072, Essence of Thought. I've talked to hundreds of them and some of the more famous people, Hogtie Champ, Ozzy, Making Explicit, and all the rest. And I just want to say this, that what's impressed me about all these people, the Jim Gardners of this world, and Alex Borton, and all these internet skeptics, the word that sums them all up for me is Donald Duck Apologetics. That's what it sums up to me. And when I think of the great atheist writers like Hitchens, Dawkins, Sam Harris, Onfray, and again, the word that comes to my head is Donald Duck Apologetics. They're farcical and they've discredited atheism. Atheism is discredited online, and there's no point in engaging with these people. They're intellectually bankrupt. They're intellectually and morally bankrupt. They're ill-equipped to deal with decent academic scholarship. And what we should do is we should move on to the more professional atheists who have a better culture and better understanding of atheism than Sam Harris, Dawkins, Krauss, and these Donald Duck apologists. And the same goes for the Jim Gardners, the Alex Borton, and DPR Jones, Iron Ra. We should move away from these people and concentrate more on the more professional academic people who are more cultured, more wiser, more understanding, who don't get involved in this Donald Duck apologetics where Donald Duck's here in this cartoon throwing snowballs at people, and all we get from these people is ad hominem attacks. That's all we're getting. Big sounding words that are just big sounding, high flown words, but don't mean anything. Discussions that are set up where basically they will only debate Christians who don't have any education in the areas that they're debating. So they set up debates where it makes them look good. So for example, Amazing Atheist will talk to G-Man, but Amazing Atheist knows that G-Man has no theological training, so any discussion with G-Man's going to make Amazing Atheist look a lot better than he actually is. But if Amazing Atheist actually debated someone who actually had a theological background, Amazing Atheist would look a Donald Duck atheist. So a lot of these discussions that Ozzy and all these people have on the Magic Sandwich and all, they're all set up to make them look good. They don't actually engage with people who can hold them over the coals. And it's just a Donald Duck apologetics. It's farcical. They've discredited themselves, and we shouldn't bother with them. And don't bother with them. Just wipe your feet. The Making Explicits of this world are a joke. I mean, I've actually seen videos of Making Explicit and at Hyde Park debating a Muslim, and it was so bad I was falling off the chair laughing. He was so bad. The guy was so pathetic. It was unbelievable. And the Muslim apologists just absolutely destroyed him. And this is what you get with these atheists. They on the internet they can be cocky and they can hide behind these personas, but in reality they're just a bag of wind. And we shouldn't be intimidated by them or bothered by them at all. Most of these internet atheists don't have any qualifications in theology, they've never done any real serious academic study in theology, they don't know what they're talking about, they won't actually engage people who are actually educated in theology. So what they're engaged in is Donald Duck apologetics, where they're just talking to themselves, getting people on who are either pretending to be Christians or are Christians that are psychologically unbalanced and really need psychological help. But what they do is take advantage of these people and start attacking them. I mean, there's one lady who's obviously got real serious issues, and the atheists have just taken advantage of her and just taking the mick out of her and just abusing her emotionally. And you know, that's the kind of thing that they do, and it's not fair. And I think that at the end of the day, it's just a Donald Duck apologetics. It's just farcical, and you know, we need to stay on track and debate and discuss with people who are more professional. I mean, I've met some atheists on campuses, and we've had some really excellent debates. It's been really amicable, really friendly, and we're friends afterwards, and that's the way it should be. And it's professional. We just stick to the actual discussions of the topics. We don't get into ad hominem issues and things like that. We just stick to the academic discussion, and that's the way it should be. And there are atheists on the internet who are not into the kind of shenanigans that a Krauss or a Dawkins or a Sam Harris or an Aaron Ra or a Thunderfoot, or these people are making explicit, where it's all ad hominem attacks and lacks any decent scholarship, really. So, you know, we need to hunt out the more intelligent atheist and the more educated and cultured atheist. People like Dr. Miller and people like that who are a credit to atheism and away from this discredited Donald Duck apologetics that's being bandied around today. That's what I think, anyway. I mean, I love meeting a really cultured, educated atheist. I really love meeting those kind of people. They're very rare, but when I meet them, I really appreciate them. So don't get involved with the Donald Duck apologetics online. Seek out the more cultured and educated atheists. God bless you.